I've been on a heavy crypto buying spree. Injective, COTI, Super. But what else? You know, they say that when the market dips like this, that now is the best time to buy. And of course, Bitcoin could dip a little bit more, but in the long term, this thing only goes in one direction. Now, this video is not financial advice. I can only tell you how I think and what I'm doing. The thing is, so many people are bearish again. You're going to wish that you bought more Bitcoin 3 to 6 months from now, I think. Like, do you realize that Bitcoin's supply flow gets cut in half in less than 30 days? Do you realize that most of the potential ETF buyers have yet to actually buy because this ETF is a process? Acclaimed broker Bernstein is predicting 90K Bitcoin by end of year. And some analysts say Bitcoin could actually end the year a lot higher.
Standard Charter, I think, is calling for Bitcoin to hit 150 this year.
Wow.
That sounds a little rich to me. I think you're more of a bull than I am. Make your case.
Well, I'm not going to say it's going to hit 150 this year. It very well could. I'll say this much, Bitcoin is finite, and so there's only so much of it. You lose your keys, you lose your crypto, so even that which is out there is probably a lot smaller than we understand right now. So the world is opening up right now with institutional money coming into these ETFs. And so instead of having to open up some random type of an account at Coinbase, you can do it through your brokerage. And so when we look at the supply and demand factors, ultimately April here is coming this halving time frame. So they can mine about 900 coins a day right now. That's going down to 450. And so we're already doing about double right now the sales or purchases on a day-to-day basis. And so as we get into this April 17th time frame here for halving, just basic supply and demand says prices are going to go higher.
Just quickly, is Bitcoin, what's the use case? It's not a currency. Is it a hedge on inflation like Jackie's gold? What is it?
Well, I think that it is a hedge on currency. It is a hedge just like gold is, but also it's this peer-to-peer idea. And so with more international countries having challenges in their finances, I think that it's important to understand if you're a migrant crossing the border, you might be robbed 10 times before you get to the United States. Who knows? But if you remember your password to your crypto account online, 12 words, you just keep that in your head. You walk through to the other side and you've got money anywhere you need to be. So there's a lot of adaptations here. That's just one that I don't think many people are talking about.
David, thank you. The problem is I can't remember my darn passwords.
You're not a good test case.
You're not
for
a
that,
candidate for
I'm not a
Stick
candidate.
with cash, Taylor.
Yeah,
good stuff, David. Good to see you. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Look, this dip is much needed. I'd rather have a cool down and a chance to reload, opposed to blasting straight up to 100K, violently wicking back down to 80K, retail getting wrecked, and never coming back again. Bull markets need corrections to remain stable. The alternative is much worse. So, what coins are you buying on this dip, if any? Let me tell you what coins I'm looking at. Standard Charter analysts are bullish on Ethereum. Now, Standard Charter Bitcoin prediction is something we just watched on Fox Business's Big Money Show. For Ethereum, they're predicting that ETH could hit 14K by the end of 2025. The analysts also think that the spot Ethereum ETF should be approved by May. This is interesting. Now, they made this prediction before we found out what's happening with the SEC and Ethereum. Now, there's a couple different schools of thought how you can think about what's going on here with Ethereum versus the SEC. I would note that BlackRock is still in Ethereum's corner. And the general rule is when there's fear in the air, when there's blood on the streets, that's the time to get in. And that's what I think could be going on here with Ethereum, because my bull thesis is still intact. And what's going on with the SEC, in my opinion, would only be temporary. I mean, they could fully be trying to nuke Ethereum in America. That is a small possibility. But I think ultimately, even if that happened, they wouldn't succeed long term. And overall, I'm just not so sure that's what's happening. So there is a little bit of uncertainty for Ethereum in this bull market. But like I said, I'm taking the risk. My bull thesis is still intact. I think Ethereum is still a buy. And Vitalik is saying that Ethereum must achieve mainstream adoption within 5 years, so we'll be watching this closely. By the way, Chainlink Labs, was just named one of Fast Company's. This is a big publication. Just named one of Fast Company's most innovative companies of 2024, earning praise for tackling the blockchain industry's interoperability problem through Chainlink's CCIP, Chainlink literally setting the standard in crypto, and accelerating tokenization of real-world assets on-chain. Swift working with Chainlink in a big way, and Swift making the announcement, we're going to up what we're doing with tokenized assets and tokenization in general. Listen, guys, Chainlink isn't going away, so the question is, where is Chainlink going? Chainlink Labs' Ryan Lovell sees 3 exciting opportunities in capital markets, creating funds on-chain, issuing securities on-chain, tokenizing deposits in cash, and connecting all of these tokenized verticals, Chainlink.
I'm seeing 3 really exciting things happening, and they're happening in silos. And what's exciting to me is Chainlink is going to be combining these different silos into really powerful workflows into the upcoming years. So those 3 things are, in one pocket of the market, I see asset managers creating funds on-chain. And funds are just legal structures that invest in securities and give investors exposure to those securities. The other pocket of the market is actually issuing securities on blockchains. So we're seeing a lot of things in bond tokenization, ESG type tokenization, individual securities. That's another pocket of the market. The third pocket of the market is stable coins, tokenized deposits, wholesale CBDCs. And when you picture these 3 things, they all need to be connected. Once they're connected through things like Chainlink CCIP, now the asset manager creates a fund that invests in the securities that uses a tokenized deposit or a wholesale CBDC to pay for it, thus doing delivery versus payment and creating a lot of awesome and efficient products for asset managers and banks and central banks.
Polkadot 2.0 is just around the corner, and with that, a massive overhaul in Polkadot's tokenomics is already ongoing by abolishing slot auctions in favor of a burn mechanism from purchasing block space. In short, more usage of Polkadot's high-quality, flexible blocks resulting in more DOT burnt. The beauty of this new model and the flexibility of OpenGov is that no matter how high the price of DOT goes, the price of block space can still be kept at a reasonable rate. Put simply, the price auction of DOT can be decoupled from the cost of developing. The security of the protocol will increase with higher value DOT, but we can prevent pricing out projects. I'm bullish on DOT. Check out this video to learn more. I like Avalanche. They're really trying to come for Solana's market share. I mean, Solana is killing it right now, particularly, surprisingly, with meme coins in the Solana ecosystem, and Avalanche is trying to take a piece of that, and they're investing a lot of money into that. So I'm liking Avalanche right now. And you guys know I'm an investor in COTI. I really like COTI right now. They're launching their 10 million rewards program to support their V2 rollout. COTI is both the privacy narrative and the ETH Layer 2 narrative. Ethereum-based confidentiality layer COTI will distribute COTI V2 tokens worth 10 million via airdrop to holders of its native COTI token. So I'm holding the regular COTI token right now. COTI V2 is a privacy-centric Layer 2 protocol on Ethereum dedicated to safely transmitting sensitive data over the blockchain across Web3 applications. Guys, if you're LA locals, get your tickets to the Roast of Altcoin Daily in Los Angeles, April 11th. Ticket prices do increase soon, but right now they're doing a special 2-for-1 deal. Let me know which cryptocurrencies you are buying on the dip. I'm going to read your comments. I'm going to check out some of your suggestions and try to include them in future videos. So make sure you subscribe. See you tomorrow.